Previously on the Amateur Hour episode that was Signalgate, this is the same administration whose Director of National Intelligence testified under oath to Congress just 3 months ago that Iran was years from nuclear capability and didn't pose an immediate threat. When Trump was reminded of a senior intelligence official's testimony, he said his appointee didn't know what she was talking about.
Should we say secretary? You know, it used to be called Secretary of War. Maybe for a couple of weeks we'll call it that because we feel like warriors.
We feel like warriors. Of course, Donald Trump feels like a warrior. Donald Trump, who evaded military service during the Vietnam War because he claimed his foot hurt, the same foot on which he spent the rest of his life playing endless miles of golf and never limping. There is no reason to believe that Donald Trump wasn't perfectly healthy enough to serve in the military during the war of his youth. But like most men who were eligible to serve in the Vietnam War at that time, Donald Trump was terrified of being sent to the jungles of Vietnam and becoming another statistic in the American military body count that was far greater than all of the wars, the American wars of the 21st century combined. And so Donald Trump, who only had to choose which ridiculous hat to wear when he went to the Situation Room to be a spectator during his war in Iran, now feels like a warrior. The war that Donald Trump experienced in that air-conditioned room where he didn't even have to loosen his necktie makes Donald Trump feel like a warrior. The biggest crybaby in the history of American politics now feels like a warrior. The man who spent every single day of his political and presidential life complaining that he is being treated unfairly now feels like a warrior.
It is unbelievable, right? Just more. Oh my God! First of all, just when you thought yesterday's press conference with Trump at The Hague was the most humiliating thing ever on a world stage, this thing, first of all, it was a lot of yelling with just the same thing. Again, nobody on either side is criticizing the pilots or our service people who carried out this whole thing. Was they carried out their perfectly? Yes, we know that.
We know
they hit the targets. Got it.
Tell us something we don't know.
Nobody. It just was about. It was a whole like you're a bad American if you criticize anything or have any questions about this. And obviously, it's not just CNN and the New York Times. A lot of outlets now have, and they've confirmed it. This intelligence assessment. Read what you wrote because you're a smart boy. On Facebook.
Yeah, just a little while ago on my Facebook page, I said, piggybacking on what I posted yesterday, if you watch Secretary Hegseth's angry news conference this morning, you will note that he agrees with what everyone on the left and the right has said all along. The military, most notably the bomber pilots and crew, carried out their missions admirably. What Hegseth and the Pentagon failed to mention, however, is what the intelligence assessment noted, that a majority of the uranium was removed before the bombings happened because President Trump couldn't keep his big mouth shut about it and telegraphed that it was going to happen. Again, don't fall for those cheap timeshare salesman tactics masquerading as propaganda.
Oh, and by the way, now he might have outed human Israeli intelligence on the ground because he can't shut them up ever.
Nope.
Oh, my God. By the way, so yesterday you cited, because it just had broken about, Israel says.
Yes.
Do you believe a thing Netanyahu says at this point?
They
don't.
were just propping up Trump.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
Yes.
Yeah. So Iran, this just in. Iran's supreme leader claims victory over the U.S. in first statements.
Yeah.
And this is the problem. Even this thing that was supposed to be evidence, Chris, they were just stating, I think, basically.
Right.
Whoever the other guy was, not Drunky Puke Shoes. What's his name? Drunky McRapey.
Hegseth?
Keg Breath.
Right.
Keg Breath, yes. The other guy, they're like, I think it hit the thing. We don't. The problem is you don't know because they've kicked the inspectors out. Again, that the Obama's Iran deal was working is not opinion. Mm-hmm. We had inspectors on the ground that they allowed there. Right. So anyway, I'm altering you.
You are. I have to give the general that was there credit. He really tried to stay apolitical in this. I do have to give him credit.
Right. I mean.
But with Hegseth right there, it's a little...
With Walter the dog, yes. I mean, Shut up, Pete. Imagine when he is actually drunk, what he's like.
Well,
Oh my God. Our apologies to the first several Mrs. Hegseths. How many are there?
They're at 11 billion. He gets around.
The Stephanie Miller Show has not confirmed that number
He's
at
a
this
whore.
hour.
He's a whore.
Oh, the Stephanie Miller Show has not confirmed that either, but just saying.
The evidence is there. As much evidence as we, obliterated Iran's nuclear.
It is literally like feeling like you live in North Korea.
Yes.
Now they all have to use
Right.
the word obliterate.
Right.
Because Trump did. Yes, we have obliterate. You have to. Okay. Ron Filipowski says summary of Hegseth press conference. 1, Trump is the greatest military strategist and political leader in human history. Number 2, this was the most brilliant military operation ever. Oh, hold up. Do we have skid mark? Hold up now.
Skid, just stop.
Hold up now. Apologies to Normandy. Apologies to.
Well, yeah.
I mean, seriously?
Apologies to Saving Private Ryan.
Taking Bin Laden out with one bullet and one eye. Pardon me?
And now he only has
Well, he doesn't have any now. But
No, he's-
at the moment, he only had.
one good eye.
Right. Bella, sorry. This is a Chris and Steph show. Been going on for many years. That's
Oh, no, it's
you know
okay.
what that reference is, though, right? One good eye? Oh.
Monsters, Inc.? Mike Wazowski?
Okay, okay.
Well.
He only has one
okay
good
now.
eye.
Okay now.
We got to give you
Okay.
Cliff Notes for our old person references.
No, I love Monsters Inc. I just
Right.
off the top of the dome.
Right,
You know.
right. No. I
Yeah.
get it. It's a little
It's
out
early.
there.
It's
Great
early.
movie.
Yeah.
Our coffee is barely kicked in. Okay.
How
Number
are you
2.
feeling today, by the way?
Better.
Yes,
Better.
I already asked.
Okay.
I did a how is your rumbly tumbly?
Yes.
Okay.
Hand signals.
And we're getting better. Yes.
Good.
Yay.
Oh, thank
Yes,
God.
slowly but surely.
Have you been deluged with medical advice?
Actually no, but the medication has been kicking. I can feel it kicking in as the
Good.
week goes on,
Good,
which
good,
is
good.
like,
You know what would
God.
help a lot? Impeachment. And we're going to talk to
Yeah.
Representative Sean Casten about that. Can you imagine how much better all of our stomachs and psyches would be? Sean Casten is going to join us in just a few minutes. He writes a really great piece about impeachment.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't through the summary of Pete Hegseth.
Okay.
Okay. Most brilliant military operation ever. Sorry, D-Day, suckers and losers. Can't believe they said hit the beach and you did it. Okay. 3. Iran will never bother anyone ever again thanks to Trump's leadership. Number 4, the media is mean. That's pretty much it. You don't need to watch it now.
Yeah. He even laid into Jennifer Griffin of Fox News. Did you see that?
Oh my God! Did you see who was yesterday? Oh, first of all, he went off on our old friend Natasha Bertrand.
Yeah.
She should be thrown out like a dog. Why can't he ever leave dogs out of it? I
Right.
don't understand.
Throwing
What?
something
I
out
don't-
like a dog?
I don't get it.
That's not a thing.
No.